Hello guys, this is your Cosmic Slate Piru speaking, and today we're talking about a brand new event coming to DC Universe Online, the Legendary Heroes event, dedicated to one of DC's most iconic heroes, Supergirl. The event will run from June 23rd through July 6th, 2026, giving players the opportunity to revisit some memorable content inspired by Kara Zor-El while earning exclusive rewards along the way. And honestly, as someone who has really enjoyed the recent Kryptonian story arc, I'm happy to see Supergirl continue to receive attention following the events of Children of Krypton, Shadows over Argo. But now let's start talking about the event's rewards. As with previous events, completing one valid challenge per day will earn players progress in the event. Completing 10 days of progress will unlock all available rewards. Among them, we'll find the Kryptonian Might Emblem, which is the emblem worn by Supergirl herself in her new 3D model on DC Universe Online, and the Woman of Tomorrow Duster style, which is a style inspired by Kara herself, arriving with the new movie dedicated to her and coming out in just a few days. By the way, these rewards can be redeemed an unlimited number of times. And in addition, players will receive a base invitation, Supergirl, redeemable once per character, and some good stuff like 10 Flawless Ninth Metal, 10,000 Alley Favor, and 25 Red Kryptonite Ore. Overall, I'd say those are some pretty solid rewards, especially for players still working on artifacts, allies, or the new OP item. But let's talk a little more about the base invitation. As many of you know, the characters we can invite into our bases often share dialogues, lore details, and little pieces of information about their adventures and the world around them. And honestly, I'd have so many questions. What will Supergirl tell us? Will she finally explain why Argo City ended up resting beneath Earth's Atlantic Ocean? Will she shed some light on why the city seemed overrun only by Atlanteans and Kryptonian security robots, yet appeared completely devoid of Kryptonian citizens? Could there be some connection to Kandor, the Kryptonian city that we players helped rescue from Brainiac years ago? And perhaps most importantly, could these conversations hint at where the Children of Krypton storyline is headed next? I genuinely hope so. One of my favorite things about these base characters is how they often provide additional lore and context that helps expand the world beyond what we directly experience during missions and cutscenes. So, this is probably the reward I'm probably looking forward to the most. But this said, let's now talk about what we'll have to do in order to make progress through the event. Players in fact can complete a variety of content each day, like open world missions in 31st Century Metropolis, including Prop Tech in Defect, Magic Gone Wild, Citizens in the Shadows, Legion of Hunted Heroes, Legion in Need, Metropolis Meltdown, and/or Mordru's Wild Magic. The progress can also be earned through on-duty content like the Birds of Prey LexCorp Tower Solo, the Starro Invasion Alert, or the Birds of Prey Fire and Brimstone Raid, with all difficulties counting toward event completion. And for those who may not have enough time to complete all 10 days, as always, there will also be a marketplace buyout option, available from June 23rd until September 28, 2026, with the price scales depending on how much progress you've already completed and members receiving a 10% discount. All of this said, of course, the Creator League is joining the celebration as well. Gingerbread Man, in fact, on June 23rd, 2026 at 2 p.m. Pacific will host a Supergirl trivia contest featuring 10 questions during a live YouTube stream. The first player to answer each question correctly through Discord will win a prize. So if you know your Supergirl lore, this might be the perfect opportunity to test yourself. And I'll host an event myself on June 29, 2026 at 12 p.m. Pacific. It will be hosted for Nintendo Switch players, and the event will be a Supergirl themed community event. Specifically, participants will be able to run content such as the Phantom Zone Alert and Kandor Central Tower Raid with me, and at the end of the stream, 2 participants will be selected between the content runners at random to receive one of the following rewards: a purple energy vortex aura or a glass material between quartz, sapphire, fire opal, or amethyst glass material itself. So if you're on Nintendo Switch and would like to join, I hope to see you there. And finally, don't forget that from June 23rd to June 29th, replay badges will be available at 20% off in the marketplace. A good opportunity for anyone planning to run additional content during the event. All of this said, I repeat that what interests me most is still Supergirl herself, because if there's one thing I've learned from DCUO over the years, it's that sometimes the smallest pieces of dialogue can end up teasing some very big stories. Like talking to Kilowog in Metropolis by being a hero.
Name's Kilowog. I'm the trainer for all Green Lantern recruits.
Or talking to Arkilo in the same city by being a villain
No matter what you lanterns have done to our rings, nothing will stop the might of our terror!
Also in Rank's command center.
If you encounter Kilowog, leave him for me!
Even talking to Hank Henshaw, also known as Cyborg Superman.
Years ago, my entire crew on the Excalibur shuttle was doused in cosmic radiation, thanks to Superman's recklessness. All of the crew perished horribly, including my wife and myself. And yet here I am, despite my best efforts.
Same thing for Lisa Drack.
I am the bookkeeper, the page turner. I inscribe our tales within the Book of Parallax and keep it safe. Your story within the Book of Parallax is not yet complete. I was once in possession of the Book of the Black, but then I became its possession. The tales of revenge within the Book of Rage must be sweet indeed.
Or talking to Green Lanterns and Saint Walker in Mogul's command center.
Oh, it's you! I'm glad you're helping us with the war effort. Gives a guy hope. Guardians Ganthet and Sade formed the Blue Lantern Corps. So far, they've done a lot of good in the universe.
Don't believe everything you hear about Batman. Take you down in one punch? It was a sucker punch!
My father was in the Corps, as was my uncle. Being a Green Lantern is a proud tradition in my family.
This world is in need of heroes. I hope you stay true.
But now, let me know in the comments, are you excited for the Legendary Heroes event? And what reward are you most interested in earning? Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and support the content. And I'd also like to take a moment to remind you that you can find the prologue, chapter 1 and chapter 2 of my storytelling project on my channel. Links in the description. And this said, for now, that's all. And, as always, see you in game, guys.